Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Game Changers podcast. And today, sorry for that
Wow.
horrid
That was
intro.
yes, that was horrid.
That was horrid. Okay, anyway. But yeah, welcome back to the podcast. It's been forever. We've gotten busy and everything. So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
back with my co-host, Mr. Bropo.
Hello there, friends. How are you today?
They can't reply back. I'm sorry to say it to you.
Well, reply in the comments, please.
Yeah, I'll do that. So yeah, we're gonna be talking
Don't
about a.
forget to share, like, and subscribe. And I'm also gonna shamelessly plug 5 other people. Here we go. No.
By the way, I say, just like go on with your favorite YouTubers.
Anyway, let's get
Any-
crack-a-lacking on the podcast because the people have been waiting for quite a bit for a
All
new
right, now,
podcast. So let's
ready?
not procrastinating.
Anyway, okay, yeah, we're talking about Uncharted today.
Let's not procrastinate like how we did earlier today. We were just like blah 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 blah. Oh, we should record
Yeah,
the
we're in like
podcast.
we've been in the Skype call that we're supposed to actually do the podcast on. The Skype call is already 20 minutes long because we've been talking about freaking like Assassin's Creed and Pokemon Go.
Yeah. So
Hashtag Team Valor.
no, Team Mystic all the way. Okay, no. That's for a different episode. Let's
Okay,
move on.
fine. Okay, let's get back on track. Anyway, so if you do not know what Uncharted is a game
Oh no.
made.
If you don't know what Uncharted is, you've been living under a rock, kind of. But no offense.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
saying.
Sorry for adding your input in. And now can I speak, please? Okay. So Uncharted is a game where like you play as a character named Nathan Drake and everything, and you have to go tomb raiding throughout many
Hey.
like
He's not Tomb Raiding. Well, kind of.
yeah, he's tomb raiding. Anyway, basically like like quotation tomb raiding around places with his friend Sully. Is it Sully?
Sully, yeah, Sullivan.
Yeah,
Victor
Sully.
Sullivan.
Yeah, Sullivan. Like I just kind of forgot the name. Anyway, so yeah, this game was made by Naughty Dog Studios, aka the creators of the freaking Last of Us games.
And the creator.
Something in the way.
Oh, jeez, dude, we have people listening. Don't you're gonna make their
Ooh.
God.
Okay.
People have ears, and ears are sensitive, sir.
All right. Anyway,
So,
basically, it's made by Naughty Dog, the creators of The Last of Us and the Jack and Daxter games, and many others. But like most notably,
Crash Bandicoot, the first 3D platforming game. Just
okay.
cough.
I didn't know that, but thank you for informing me.
Oh,
Anyway, so yeah, like they thought like after Jack and Daxter they should do something good, and then since the PlayStation 3 came along, they released a PlayStation 3 exclusive called Uncharted Drake's Fortune. Yeah, Fortune,
yes.
which is the first game, which is pretty good. Like you start off the game and everything, and I mean, you are Nathan Drake. You're on a boat and everything, and you shoot some people. You're with
Oh my
this
gosh, what are
with
you
this
doing,
lady.
man? You're butchering it. Oh, jeez, do you want me to explain some of it to
No.
help you out? Okay,
Okay,
man.
I got, I got, I
Alright.
got, I got, I got, I
You're
got,
kind of okay. Whatever. I'll
Okay.
jump in later, I guess.
Okay, yeah, you know what time it, you know what you do. We already figured the schedule out.
Fine.
Got it? Got it?
Fine. Go ahead. Gosh.
Got it.
Okay, move on.
Alright, so Nathan Drake and Sully are actually going across the land to go find the lost treasure of the El Dorado. And with help of the journalist named
Elena.
Elena? Is it Elena?
Elena Fisher.
Elena, yeah, because like, yeah, Elena Fisher, yeah.
Noob. Just kidding. Go on.
Yeah, it was originally showed at actually E3
Yeah.
2006, while like being developed as like the first like PlayStation
Yeah, it
3
looked
exclusive.
really strange because Nathan Drake he looked much more different, but then they developed him more and gave more time put into him, and he looked a little bit older, a little bit more masculine, and just overall better than his original E3 2006 form.
Yeah, and the game actually like got so much positive reviews it like spawned 3 other sequels, but like I'm not
So
done with
yeah,
this game yet. 'Cause, like,
Nicholas here is
if you're wondering
he's
who,
kind of inexperienced with Uncharted, unfortunately, because he yeah,
I'm
so
still
he's
playing the
like
games, okay?
he's still working on it, but he has
Yeah. Let me explain a little bit more about the games, okay? my last thing I'm basically gonna say about this like game is that like there's okay like if the voice sounds kind of familiar, Nathan Drake is voiced by the very famous voice actor Nolan North. He also plays like a bunch of other
One
characters, such as like Deadpool in the
and
High Res Moon game.
Deadpool
Deadpool.
from the Marvel video games recently. Like Marvel, for example, the Deadpool video game, the Marvel
I
game.
said that.
You didn't let me finish. I wanted to
Hmm.
say the Marvel game, the game
Okay.
about Marvel. No, I'm kidding. Marvel versus Capcom 3, for example. And basically, he in video games, he's like the voice actor for Deadpool at the moment, and a couple other things, but I can't really name them off the top of my head. I'm not too
That's
familiar with
correct.
his work, but I know he has done quite a bit. So.
All right, and last thing I have to say about the game is that like it kind of put like a new like perspective into third person shooters because it added like a new mechanic and everything like where the whole game is third person,
Yeah.
by the way. And third person shooters that were not really that popular back then. And this game basically kind of shine a light on third
True
person
enough.
shooters.
Uh, it is said that
And
Resident
like
Evil 4 did basically revive the third-person games, which it did. But Uncharted also they had a yeah
had a
they had a
caretaking
lot
in
to do
that.
with that as well because I believe it's only a 2-year gap between the two games if I'm correct.
That's correct. Yeah. Anyway, so let's talk about the
Yes,
other games, shall
so
we?
just a quick overview on the storyline. Like you had mentioned previously, Nathan Drake and Victor Sullivan are, on a quest through the land to try and get the lost treasure of El Dorado. And they have the help of Elena Fisher,
Correct.
who is basically a news reporter slash journalist who is trying to, get the scoop on all the stuff. And she gets mixed in with all the crazy action adventure stuff that's going on, and it's the games are pretty crazy. The gameplay is awesome, and there's a lot of good puzzles and there's a lot of good action. The melee combat system feels really good, and the shooting physics are really nice. So after Uncharted 1, which personally, after playing the sequels, I've become less fond of only because the game isn't as polished as the newer games, which makes sense because it's the first game. Move on to Uncharted 2, which Nathan Drake now is looking for the city of Shambhala. And basically, I don't want to give away too many spoilers for you guys because, I suggest playing the games because they're really, really good games. New characters do come
Yeah.
out eventually, like in Uncharted 2. You get this guy. I won't say much about him, but I'm personally not too fond of him. And his name's Flynn, who's technically your partner, and you also are tagging along with oh my gosh, what's her name? Chloe. Excuse me. Um, so that's the second one. It has to be a tie between the second and third one of my favorites. Unfortunately, I have not been able to play the fourth. But between the second and third, I had to choose. I think I'd pick the third one, but just by a little bit. Second one is great. It definitely improves on the first one, graphics wise,
Definitely.
and the
Yeah.
storyline is more intriguing and definitely overall just better. So Uncharted 3 basically is Nathan Drake again, and he's this guy. He gets into so many near death situations. It's not
Oh
even
yeah.
funny. Multiple. So this time he and Victor Sullivan, as usual, are going to. They're in search of another lost city called the Aram of the Pillars, and everyone, pretty much all the supporting casts are back. Mainly, Elena Fisher is definitely a prominent role in these games. So. At first, when I first played the games, I thought she was just from the first game, and I didn't think she would make a return. But that was a long time ago. Then she came out, I believe, in the middle of the game, and she was back, and I really was kind of confused about that. So overall, like I said before, unfortunately, I have not played the fourth game. The third one, like I said though, is probably my favorite. just because you do get some backstory on Nathan Drake. You you get to see a flashback of him as a child, not a child, but about a child,
Like what do you mean
teenager,
like child,
like
teenager? Yeah,
teenager, about
like tween, teen, like
yeah,
around that area.
pretty young, really young compared to what present Nathan Drake is.
How
Uh,
old is he? Like in his 30s, 40s?
Probably at this point. Um, you see a flashback of him in his birthplace of Colombia, and that's he. It is found out that he's a descendant of Sir Francis Drake, officially and everything. So
Oh yeah, that was in the first game, right?
yeah, and then it's revealed more about his backstory and how he's a descendant of Sir Francis Drake in the third one. It revolves around that fact a lot more deeper in the third game. So overall, I definitely recommend everyone to go play this game. Just such an epic series, some great supporting cast, some really pretty cool
Yeah, that's basically our whole like podcast about
Uncharted.
yeah, Uncharted the games. Like we did not include 4 because we have not played it yet. I'm gonna probably like play Uncharted like
Yeah,
in like next day because like somebody's sleeping over at the
yeah,
house and like
yeah. We
yeah.
definitely we should. We're probably going to release a full episode about Uncharted 4 on the Game Changers podcast. Once we play it.
Yeah, because we both
Hmm.
play. Because like I'm probably like if like probably the first game I'll get on my PlayStation 4 is Uncharted
Yeah,
4.
I
So
definitely am hyped for that though. I definitely cannot wait to play that game because I love the first three games. The first one I grew kind of not so fond of after a while, but I still love the game overall. I mean,
yeah, like and also the voice acting is really top notch. I forgot to say that.
because
Anyway,
of the resumes of people that, just Nolan North by himself is like insane. So, yeah, the rest of the voice
yeah.
cast, the storylines are great and the depth of it and the fact that there's, lots of real world places that you go to are just amazing. So overall, great game
And overall, it's
franchise.
like
Definitely one of the most influential of all time. Definitely up there with the rank with the
yeah,
likes of
definitely. Like,
many mainstream games.
okay, yeah, definitely because like of its big mainstream appeal. I really think it's a spectacular game
Yes.
and like. All right, thank you guys for watching this podcast. Be sure to subscribe to me, Bropo, and such sort, and I'll see you guys all
See ya.
later.